Yeah, and it's what you'd expect. I mean, we talked to people today about it. There's fear that some of those new directives give immigration officials much broader authority to deport way more people and to be less specific about who they're targeting for deportation. New direction from the Trump administration to Homeland Security and immigration officials on how to carry out the president's executive orders.
Detrimental and very discriminatory.
Those policy changes already prompting concerns here in California.
So what they are doing is calling for these agreements to basically deputize state and local law enforcement officers to carry out the task of an immigration officer.
Attorneys from California's ACLU chapter called an emergency meeting at the state capitol in response to the administration's new guidelines. The most troubling, according to immigration advocates, a shift toward deporting any illegal immigrant who's committed a crime, not just violent offenders. An expansion of expedited deportations, an increase in immigration enforcement agents by 10,000, and a program that allows immigration agents to train local law enforcement to help with deportations. Here at City Hall, Sacramento had its first Sanctuary City Task Force meeting last Thursday. They've been adamant, whatever orders they get from the president that reinforce stricter immigration policy, the city is going to ignore.
What we're doing and looking at as a city and just general cities, what we've seen is really kind of making a stand not only morally but also for the rights of its citizens.
Yanina Casillas sits on Sacramento's Sanctuary City Task Force. She says there's legal standing to push back against federal immigration policy.
And while the federal directives say one thing, the state cannot be commandeered to facilitate that process.
She and others at the Capitol say Homeland Security's new directives make some living in Sacramento less safe. The Trump administration, however, says it'll do just the opposite. And we did reach out to California's Republican Party. They couldn't get back to me in time for the story. I also have a comment from U.S. Senator Kamala Harris. She says that, quote, these guidelines imply that all immigrants should be treated as criminals regardless of their background or lack of criminal history, and will drain our local law enforcement resources because it makes them responsible for enforcing federal immigration law.